personal property and restricted access to public buildings.
This week began with widespread concern about dangerous dogs and has now had a fatal ending. Today, 52-year-old Ian Price was declared dead after he was attacked by two dogs yesterday afternoon right behind me. And those dogs are believed to be XL bully dogs, the very breed responsible for several attacks in the past 7 days alone. And now the government says they plan to ban them.
What we will do is bring together animal experts in the field, together with the police, to accurately define the breed of concern, and then, using powers in the Dangerous Dogs Act, ban this breed. And those laws will be in place by the end of the year. It's clear that the American XL bully is a danger to communities. It's right that we take urgent action to stop these attacks and protect the public.
What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Al with the Heavy Hitter Bully Crew, and unfortunately, I really do wish that I could be bringing you this video under better circumstances, but unfortunately, due to the recent chain of events that has happened in the American bully community, I have to make a video reacting to this. And as all of you know, the purpose of my content is to educate everybody and to really push this breed forward in a positive light, to give the American bully the proper recognition it deserves. And unfortunately, we had some really bad news happen in the community out in the United Kingdom, the UK. The XL American bully, which they labeled the XL bully, is going to be banned across seas. Usually I try to stay out of all of the politics and try to stay out of all of the drama within the community. And in this video, I really did feel like it was time for me to really voice my opinion, to provide some clarity for all of you, because the community needs answers and we need to provide the proper clarity that this breed deserves. Once you started that chain of events from over there and it comes to over here, now you're messing with people's pockets, people's passions, and most importantly for me, I really do feel like it's my purpose. That's why I'm here, to really give clarity to the community, to really showcase this breed for the betterment of it. So with that being said, let's get into the intro. Everyone, so I'm gonna try and do this video as fast as I can do it without editing a ton of clips in. I want you to get my sheer reaction to it because, like I said before, the community really needs clarity, and the people that want to get into this breed need clarity, and it seems like we're not getting it on all ends. And like I said, I do not like to get involved in these type of topics because I'm not about the drama, but like I said, we're talking about purpose now, and I've been talking about this for some time now, that the reason why the XL American bully is the way it is, the reason why it lacks the continuity that it deserves in the show ring, is because of the breeds that we use to make these dogs bigger. What does that mean? So if you didn't view my platform before, I did a series talking about what is wrong with the XL American bully, and I talked about the breeds that have made these dogs who they are today. So I'm gonna play some clips from that series so you can get some clarity. When you lock in that mastiff foundational trait and that mastiff foundational blood, what ends up happening is you get a mastiff shaped head. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you the Cane Corso's headpiece, and I'm going to be showing it to you to show an example as to what you see a lot of in the XL American Bully today. You cannot get to the standard on the front piece with the bullier traits when you have mastiff based blood behind it. And what you get of a lot of, especially in the XLs, you get a lot of that hybrid juice, which is the mastiffs or the African Borbells bred to the bulldog. And you get inconsistency within the class, because what ends up happening, you try to line breed on that dog, or you try to inbreed on that dog, all you're gonna do is pull the mastiff traits. That's why the class is so inconsistent. So with that being said, when we're talking about the mastiff related blood in regards to the bigger dogs, what ends up happening is you get a longer dog, a lankier dog. But when you have a dog that is longer, you're gonna have a dog that is naturally heavier. And people get this misconstrued. You can have a dog that has the mastiff related body, correct? That is weighing 120. And I'm gonna be showing you Champion Titanium Tang, who was 118 at his peak and 20.5 inches at the withers. These two dogs are not even close. And for those of you that are not too familiar with the American Bully breed in its entirety, the dog has to be naturally thick, which means that it has to have muscle mass around the entirety of its body. And what ends up happening is, especially when we are talking about the XLs, when we are talking about the bullier traits, you're gonna pull that bulldog mass. Well, unfortunately with the XLs, we have more of the mastiff related juice in this class. And when you have this, you end up pulling the mastiff traits, and you end up pulling the weak rears, the dogs that are lacking in the rear muscle. Now, with all of that being shown to each and every single one of you, the proof has been in the pudding for years. People may not want to acknowledge it, people will defend it. The reality is the XL American Bully is a parody of the class because people want to breed for their own pockets, breed for color, breed different type of mastiff bloods in the American Bully program. It's that simple. And for those of you that are not too familiar with dogs and how they operate, when you have mastiff-based blood dogs, you're gonna get mastiff-based blood genetics, which means you're going to get bad temperament. Now, why is that prevalent, right? Because they talk about over in the UK that you have dogs that struggle with temperament issues, that are biting their owners, that are attacking people. Why is that? Why? Ask yourself why. Those of you that own a true American Bully know what the original foundation of your dog is. You understand that these dogs have bullier traits, and in hindsight, what ends up happening is you get more of the bulldog temperament. You breed away the aggression to get the companionship. That is why you have these big dog bodybuilders that are great with kids, great with families. Now, how can we confuse this with these dogs, right? What is the sole difference between them? The massive juice to give them the height, to give them the size, and to give them a bigger head, which in hindsight takes away from the proper head shape, gives them a longer muzzle, and a poor ass temperament. So, we're gonna go on Google right now. Pardon me for not looking at the camera. I'm gonna search up what was the purpose of the Cane Corso. So let's look this up right now. The Cane Corso, breed of massive dog descended from Molossan war dogs of ancient Rome and subsequently bred in Italy as a versatile farm dog and guardian. The Cane Corso's protective nature may have inspired its name, which comes from Latin and can be translated as bodyguard dog or guard dog of the courtyard. Now, what does that mean? You have to understand what you are getting into. If I use two dogs with this type of foundational predisposed genetics, guess what you're gonna get? And this is the thing, everyone knows that this breed has gone viral. Everyone knows that this breed can get you the bag, right? If you do it the right way. Yes, it will. But guess what's gonna happen? When you breed these mastiff-based dogs together, you're gonna pull mastiff-based temperament. And I don't know how much clearer I have to be about that. Imagine being on the internet, going through Instagram, going through TikTok, seeing how many people have these videos going viral of these dogs, these big cuddle bug dogs. And guess what happens? You subconsciously get a dog from this type of bloodline, right? You get a dog from this type of bloodline expecting that, you have no idea what's going on, because most people, to be honest with you, don't do their own research when getting into the breed. They just look at the color. They don't understand what the traits that make the American Bully are. They don't understand the temperament that makes the American Bully what they are. They don't understand any of that. And right away, we have to hold each other accountable, the breeders, because we have to properly educate these dogs. We also have to properly know in our camp. Pardon my French. You have to know what we have. And if you do not provide that clarity to these puppy buyers, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have people that have these dogs with these predisposed genetics. You're gonna have them in their home and they're not gonna know how to take care of them. Because Mastiff dogs, for those of you that do not know, are not for everybody. I'm gonna get that out there one more time. They are not for everybody. Not everybody is a pack leader. Not everyone knows how to read a dog, how to properly take care of them. You're talking about dogs that are very defense driven. You're talking about dogs that protect yards. You got them in a home with a family and you don't know how to even treat them. You don't know how to raise them. And that's what I'm talking about when we're talking about equal accountability. Yes, it's equally the breeder's fault, but it's equally the owner's fault. Because you're not doing the proper job that you need to take care of those dogs, to train those dogs, to give them the outlets, to provide all this BS nonsense that has went on overseas. All these attacks are simple. You provide a dog with structure, you give them a loving environment, you grow that trust between you and that dog, you provide to them the lifestyle that they need. You don't have those issues with proper training. You want to know why? Because people get into the breed and all they want to do is look at the color and they just want to say, oh, look at what I have. You're subconsciously raising this dog to become aggressive. And then we wonder why. Oh, why is this dog attacking this person? Why is this dog attacking that person? Why do we have a historic rate of XL bully attacks in the UK? Are we training these dogs? Are we giving them the proper environment for them? Are we giving them the proper space? Hold up. Because now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna search up the African Mastiff or the African Borbell. Granted, I just spoke about the Cane Corso. Let's see what the purpose of the African Mastiff was, right? And for those of you that are asking, well, why am I talking about that? Well, if you're new and you don't know, there was an actual offspring of a higher profile dog that came back with percentage of him being Bulldog, American Bully, African Borbell, African Mastiff. So you know what? Let's look at what the African Borbell was known for. The Borbell descends from an old colonial crossbreed of Mastiffs and Bulldogs used both as a guard dog on remote farms in the States for big game hunting, known as the boar dog or boar hunting dogs. So let's go into this. The Borbell is a very large, strong, and muscular domesticated working dog. Working dog. Loyal to a fault, the Borbell is a tough breed that was developed to guard the homestead in hard African conditions. All right, you guys. What more do I have to say? Now, I spoke about the Cane Corso. I'm talking about the African Borbell, the African Mastiff. And guess where we are now? These dogs are behind some of these, well, not some, most of these XLs that you have today. That is why the class is so inconsistent. That is why the XL is lacking in breed type, because you have Mastiff traits. And when you pull those Mastiff traits, you pull that Mastiff, which is very defense driven. Now, I'm not saying every dog is like that. If you have proper ownership, you have a proper family, you have people that understand what these dogs need, these dogs are great. They thrive. The problem is most people think they're getting this and end up getting this, and then they don't know how to process, how do I get this dog what they need? So imagine you bringing in this type of blood into your home and you don't know, and that is where all of the issues are coming from in the UK. Now, I could go on and talk about the Neapolitan Mastiff. I could, but I'm not. You want to know why? Because they were bred for the same purpose. There's a reason why those dogs are so All right, everyone. I apologize for the long pause in between the last clip. It's just that when I'm speaking about the American Bully, as all of you know if you follow my platform, you genuinely understand how passionate I am about this breed. You understand how much I love this breed, and you understand the significance of what they mean to me. They changed my life forever in a good way. And for those of you that don't understand, there was a whole testimony behind this as to how all of this came about. I've been through some struggles to get to where I'm at today. And though I do not like to get involved in the politics realm, when you're talking about getting into the realm of what I feel God put me here for, to be an advocate of this breed, to steer this breed in the proper direction, to give education and help people to better this breed, I, of course, am put in a position where I have to say something. And now that I've spoken about the breeds, there's something that I wanted to address, because everyone has went crazy about Dave Wilson saying what he said. Dave Wilson has done multiple lives talking about his decision and saying what he said and how he's defending the breed, how he loves the breed. Obviously, he's the president of the ABKC. And, you know, a lot of people are upset because they're like, yo, you let us register our dogs under your registry and you're trying to say that they're not part of the breed. Well, this is the thing, right? This is a gift and a curse, right? He has worked so hard to get the American Bully to where it is at today. We're talking about on a global scale. Think about where Razor's started to where the dog is at today. And because of irresponsible breeding, irresponsible owners, he now has to come to back for this breed, because now that is the first initial wave to start banning these dogs nationwide. You get what I'm saying? So imagine having all these years of work and now it is getting disregarded because of breeders that want to do their own thing, that aren't truly upkeeping the standard, that want to breed to their vision. So yeah, he said some things that were, you know, very controversial. Now this is the thing. This is where I feel Dave Wilson needs to be held accountable. And I would love to do a video with him. Now we could definitely collab on if you're watching this video. You, sir, you need to be 100% honest with everybody in your community. You need to break down this breed. You were there at the beginning stages. You need to tell everyone in the community what breeds make up the American Bully that have gotten them to where they are today. And you need to explain to them why the XL class is inconsistent, because if you have these breeds that have made up the Pockets, Classics, and Standards, and they're completely different from the XLs, that is why there is no continuity. That is why they're a parody of the breed. And you need to break it down for them so that people can understand, if I have a dog with Mastiff-based blood, I'm not going to get Bulldog traits. And if I have a dog with Bulldog traits, I'm not going to get Mastiff-related traits. And you need to provide that clarity for them, because that is where the issue is. That is where the miscommunication is. People are trying to breed to their vision, breed for color, thinking they could create bigger and better. And this is the thing, when we're talking about the breed, you need to be 100% honest with them too. It takes 70, 80, 90, sometimes 100 years to establish a breed. Once you get the pieces that you need, then you start line breeding and inbreeding to start perfecting the look. And you need to explain the significance of bringing in those type of dogs, outside dogs, with a foundation that has been laid, what, for almost 30 years, we'll say 20 years ago, because that's when you founded it, back in 2004, so we're going on 20 years. And understand and explain to them the significance of mixing those breeds with this type of dog. You're not going to get any further in the development of this breed. All you're doing is setting it back. And I feel like that is where the miscommunication is, because we need to stop making assumptions. We need in the community, in my opinion, is so to have people to just come out, keep it a stack on the history of the breed, be 100% honest, be 100% honest on where the papers were hung, so people can get clarity as to why these dogs are the way they are, why they carry the look that they look, why they have the temperament that they have, and why the hell the XL is so inconsistent, because when you don't have none of that behind them, you're gonna have inconsistent dogs. And please explain to them, for me, please, why is it we have better XLs 20 years ago than we do now? Because I can almost guarantee you back then they had that Gotti juice, they had that Bulldog juice, but no one wants to speak about that. And that's where I'm going to leave off, because as all of you know, I'm really big into this breed. And I do feel like there's issues on both sides, right? And I can see why one side could get upset with the other, and I can see why this side is getting upset with this side. The reality is, we have to hold each other accountable. Look yourself in the mirror and say, am I breeding the right dogs? Am I breeding to the vision? If you disagree with the vision, then what you need to do is create a band dog and create a separate breed. Don't label it an XL American Bully. There is no double XL class. There is no micro class. There is no exotic class. Pocket, classic, standard, XL. And it's time that the community gets that clarity. And yeah, I could do my videos, but I don't have the platform or the followers to be able to showcase it unless one of the videos goes viral. I make this video in hopes that the owners of the ABKC just keep it a stack with everybody. Keep it 100. Be truthful. And that is how you move this breed forward. My heart goes to the people out in the UK, because if this ban is enacted, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to lose their dogs. They're talking about a lot of dogs that mean a lot to the people out there, especially that are doing it the right way. And my prayers go out to their family. I really do mean that, because it's a very heartbreaking thing. And when I tell you, this hits home, because y'all don't understand how much my dogs mean to me. I love these dogs so much. They give me so much, man. My purpose is not to stir the pot, if that makes any sense. My purpose is to make this breed better, where people respect us, where we break that pit bull stigma. That's where I'm coming from. But lastly, I'll end off on this. I just made a recent series of the top 10 American bullies out in the game now. Look at that video. Look at those two videos. That is what the American bully looks like. If your dog doesn't look like that, you don't have an American bully. If your dog is lacking on type, showing more terrier traits, you could work with that. But if your dog does not have the traits that are showcased in that top 10, you need to reevaluate where you are. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Please don't forget to like, comment, and sub to the channel. Check off the bell notification icon to become part of the family. And I know this video is gonna be very controversial. I know there's gonna be a percentage of people that are probably gonna unfollow me. They're probably gonna speak really bad about me. To be honest with you, it doesn't really matter. I felt like it was time for me to come out and say the truth and be 100% honest. To those of you that faithfully follow me, I'm so grateful and appreciative for each and every single one of you for your love and support. For those of you that may have something negative to say about me, just understand it's not personal. It's specifically about the betterment of this breed. And if we all want to be able to have this breed last long term, believe it or not, we all have to work together for the betterment of this breed. Because if we do not work together to bring this breed to the light, I promise you, this breed will be banned. And that is what I'm trying to avoid. Think about how many homes there are out there with these dogs, with kids that love these dogs. Think about every one of those families. When you put a dog in their home, think about that. And if you are not doing them right, and we end up with this, think about how many other people are gonna lose what they worked so hard for. It's a sad day in the American bully community. That being said, I'm up and out of here.